I'm shining because I'm full of life and light. And that is not my problem if you don't like it. Get used to this. I refuse to stoop to this level of depression and stress that is not mine. Don't blame the messenger. Don't snipe the messenger. That's not my fault. Fix your problems. They are not of my source. They don't come from me. Fix your problems. Hey, so first of all, all this censoring and silencing, and this thing about not trying to allow or permit or cooperate with what's going on here. And, well, what's that about? Oh, well, the truth hurts, I suppose. Stop fucking with people. Stop scapegoating women. And stop this franchising and this allowing a certain status or archetype of females to do what they do, and then this falsity of attempting to regulate and institute this legal fiction of biological choice. I'm not a man. I'm a woman. Yeah, I kind of do know what it is to be a man. I kind of do. Being that as a colored woman, I've had to put on this armor as if I'm a dude and live like I'm a dude and pay bills like I'm a dude, work like I'm a dude, take care of things like I'm a dude, mistreated like I'm a dude, and then seeing other dudes being treated like they're not dudes. Okay? So you can't try to sell me two Rolls Royces. You cannot try to sell me two Rolls Royces and one say it do work and the other one say it do not work. That's a game. And claiming that all this and that about your rights and whatever. Well, what rights are y'all talking about? Because I sure in the hell don't have any. I don't have no rights. What? Right this way. Mistreating me. I'm just as gorgeous as can be, even on my baddest days, on my worst days. I'm just as gorgeous as can be. Nice beard. And none of that matters. And it matters to me, but none of that matters to y'all. Y'all don't appreciate those things. You really truly don't. You don't have no gratitude towards that. No, you don't. Because if you did, stuff like this wouldn't happen. What's stuff like this? The abuse. This abuse and disadvantage and the sabotage that be going on. So even if I'm trying to do a simple song or try to be creative, y'all steal my ideas? Huh? You steal everything. I can't even have my own piece of my own self and doing what I do and then trying to share that or express that and display it, because it's been a thing where certain people like me and others are not allowed to take credit for our own creations. Shameful. Hold on. So meanwhile, while y'all go on and have the audacity and the nerve to treat the very reasons why y'all asses is even alive like we're disposable and we're nothing and we offer nothing. What you mean that you want? What do you mean when you are expecting that I go and partake and participate in that foolishness? I mean, I'm not against work. Don't get me wrong. Certainly not. Whenever the real world comes along, that's when I'll really love to work. But I'm not in that environment. Y'all shortchanged me so much. There were jobs that I loved, that I enjoyed, but y'all paid me pocket change, and I seen them checks for folks who I trained. How the hell you paid me less than the people that I'm training? Oh no. And you want me to continue down that path and down that road? You've got me entirely fucked up. How am I training this one and they making more money than me is what I'd like to know. Yeah, I don't need, it's not even this thing about needing to be put on a pedestal. And for the things that I end up being put on the pedestal for, I did not put myself there, nor do I require myself to be there for those reasons. It's really dumb. It's so stupid and foolishness. What is this whole thing about folks waking up and feeling like they're another gender or something? Okay, that's fine if that's how you truly feel. I didn't know nothing about these issues, or that this was even a thing a couple years ago. I didn't know nothing about it. Hell, they could have kept that to themselves, right? Or perhaps I did, but no, it wasn't broadcasted, and it certainly wasn't a big thing. I never really cared. I remember being out in San Francisco and walking down the street, and there were some transgender men who looked like women. Hell, I felt like I was the woman. I mean, I was the man. I felt like I was the man in that situation because they were so well put together. Not a scar, not a scratch, no skin knees. I mean, their nails manicured, feet pedicured, matching the nails, match the pedicure matching the manicure, the panties matching the bra, outfit on fleek. I mean, when it comes to presentation, I suppose they're very good at what they do, and I don't have anything against that. However, this concept of him knowing what I'm, okay, and then this whole language thing where all of a sudden folks is having to introduce new language like cis. No, I know cis, my sister. Cis, what? Scissors? What are you talking about? See, and what is the other ones? Binary. Okay, binary isn't necessarily new, but it wasn't something that was in the common linguistic bank. It wasn't in the bank. Laughing straight to the bank. This is not funny, okay? Someone who has an advantage, okay, has the upper hand in the physical domineering aspect to knock my ass out should not be in the boxing ring with me when this is in reference or in regards to sports. I cannot, first of all, I am not competing, and I'm speaking on the behalf of the females that are tolerating this, whether they want to or not. I don't know why they would want to, but tolerating such an intolerable event. Okay, if you're going to compete, then you need to compete on a level field. And if we're going with this thing of, and I'm not against this. See, I do have my opinions. I'm not saying that all my opinions are factual. I'm just saying that there's some things that will definitely confirm what I'm saying. Okay, and I'm not going to be right 100% of the time, and I don't care to be. My views may change, but I am not adopting this language of cis and transgendered and what? Huh? Transgender woman. What? Either you're woman or you're not, okay? My thing is this, is that I don't need another archetype of woman. We already have the racial division of woman and the status division of woman. The last thing I need is another is another category of a so-called group of women, which are not, and you'll never be, just like I'll never be an entire man, but I am a man, a woman, yup, because I've been placed, just like many other women have been held to this standard, and shame on you all who did that and who do that, who have the audacity to make me or any other of us females who don't want to and should not have to, especially when you're permitting others not to. How dare you? Like all of a sudden she's a superwoman, but she's not. But yet she gets the superwoman benefit, but is not required to do the superwoman job. Fuck you. How dare you? And y'all got a whole bunch of nerve, okay? And talking about this black, so-called black women being, this independent and strong sister, and so resilient and brave and bold, and she's like a dude, and so aggressive and dominant and masculine. Fuck you. The reason why she's masculine and dominant and aggressive is because she's had to and been faced with and presented with other masculine, aggressive, and dominating types of males and other females. How dare you? If you're put in that environment and you're put in that type of experience, then you would do the same. Or what? You just gotta turn into the marshmallow and roll over and die? Fuck you all who go with this logic, who find it as entertainment that somebody was brutally murdered over little to nothing. If folks really cared about protecting and serving, which I know they don't, but if they really cared, then they would have towed that car, and they would have got her a Lyft or an Uber and sent her ass home so she could go finish smoking her crack. Y'all are so whack and so out of control. Another thing, speaking of crack, why is this somehow a moral evasion? All of a sudden y'all want to be morally correct. You've never been morally correct, please. So this big shabam and big scheme, just absolutely insanely, entirely too much focus upon things that are out of people's control. Okay, if they didn't want people to use drugs, they would have never put them there. Don't sit here and say nothing about, oh, well, you should have never chose it or used it. That's dumb. That's like saying, that's like having oranges growing and then you eat the oranges, okay? You put something there, people are going to end up experimenting with it. This whole thing, as if it's not so much what people are doing or putting into their body, because if you really cared about that, then everyone would be sitting in prison right now, which we are, kind of, technically. But if you really cared about people using these poisons or drugs and chemicals of which we are not supposed to be using, then everyone is committing a crime, because there's chemicals and poisons all over the place. People want to be, they get all over emotional about, oh, the usage the usage of whatever drugs. We use drugs every day. I'm addicted to coffee and nicotine and caffeine. Okay, I'm not addicted to coffee, but addicted to the caffeine. So you're gonna sit here and then penalize another one, but you condone the other? It's all it's the same. Don't sit here and tell me that. If people go crazy if they don't have their coffee. People go crazy if they don't have their cigarette. People get agitated. What are we doing though? My thing is, what are we doing when we use? What do you do when you use your caffeine? Are you more productive or are you less productive? Are you functioning or are you unfunctioning? Are you capable of doing things civilly or are you doing things uncivilly? Are you being someone with some type of standards that are safe to the environment and others, or are you being unsafe to the environment and others when you are using? And this goes for across the board, whether this is pharmaceutical drugs, whether this is illicit drugs, whether this is the commercialized whatever consumption, such as coffee, caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, sex, porn, you name it, sugar, candy, okay, bubble gum, tobacco chew, what have we, marijuana, opium, opiates, Adderall, Ativan, Razapam, Sudafed. What else do other people get addicted? What else? People are addicted to gambling, addicted to they're addicted to strippers, addicted to video games, addicted to what? All types of stuff, right? So we will do what? We typically tend to hold a certain type of mindset towards certain types of chemicals and the usage of such, but not towards the other. And which one percentage-wise kills how many people percentage-wise in what span of time? Okay, and then which one is promoting violence, which ones are not? Okay, what are the percentages of that? Within what time span? Okay, how about that? Because it's not so much what people are using as if this whole thing, since we're property, right? I mean, anyone who gets thrown in jail for doing this, you get thrown in jail for doing it. I mean, unless you're able to buy yourself out, right? Oh yeah, people are addicted to money too, addicted to material things, addicted to shopping, online shopping. Yep, addicted to speeding and speed racing, addicted to men, addicted to women, addicted to children. Let's go on, go ahead, put it all out there. Addicted to all types of crap, all types of nonsense. So demonizing one group and then not for the other, I guess it really depends on what people's addictions are, which permit them to demonize one another. One thing is that anything done in moderation, if it uplifts you, great. If it degrades you, not great. Very simple. I don't think people should be penalized for what they choose to put in their body, with the exception of this. If they are pregnant. If you're pregnant, then that's another entire thing that I think should be penalized. You planning on having a baby and doing whatever it is that you're addicted to, that's another thing, which I've never understood, but I've never understood because perhaps my body just operates another type of way, because I remember trying to drink a Corona and I was probably only like 6 weeks pregnant. And I couldn't even finish the corona. I was throwing up all over the place. Like, and quitting cigarettes was easy because I just hated the smell of them. So when I was pregnant, I got addicted to food and sleep. I don't think that ever stopped because I'm always tired now. But back to this whole thing of demonizing folks. I don't think you should demonize them based upon what they put into their bodies or what they consume or use, unless they're pregnant. And if they are pregnant, if they're using while they're pregnant, and I mean across the board, cigarettes, alcohol, illicit drugs, pharmaceutical drugs too, all that crap is poison. And you've got a baby inside of you, got a new child, a new life inside of you, then I think that, I mean, with the exception of maybe prenatal pills, then you shouldn't be doing none of that crap. I would consider that to be a crime, but that's just me. And then in instances like that, you should be able to terminate your baby, because you're going to fuck your child up. Shit, it's the truth. It happens all the time. Anyway, so whatever, you live and you learn. These are just my opinions. But yeah, dude, you are not a woman. And if you're a woman, then I'm a white man. I'm a Caucasian man, and I want the statuses of being a white man. If you're a woman, you can't tell me about no transgender movement. I can't move my gender nowhere. Unfortunately, a lot of women have been. And then as far as these Dear Mr. Husband types, I hate that damn song. Because that's some bullshit right there. You never learned how to cook. Okay, you don't know how to make an apple pie? And he's married to you? Oh, hell no. Dear future husband, just to know that you ain't gonna have no home cooked meal, and she wants you to treat her like a princess, like a queen. You want to be treated like that, but you're not doing anything to be treated like that. But for those of us who do deserve to be treated like that, we're expected to be living or somehow doing what men do. Are you out of your mind? As if me being able to create population is not a good enough service, and you want me to do more? Are you kidding me? And if I do more, then I should have a choice as to what I choose to do. Meanwhile, while you have me training people how to do their jobs, you're paying them more than me. I'm going to pause it on this.